cut it off and cut loose. I want to talk about times and seasons and beginnings and endings. Sometimes something has to finish before something new can begin.
This is the beginning of a new day, leaving the past behind. This is the beginning of a new day, my destiny to find. Taking up the challenge set before me, nothing will hold me back. Taking up the challenge set before me, ready to attack.
You have to cut it off to cut loose. Yes, participating in the painful process of pruning is necessary to move forward. 1 Peter says, "For you have spent enough time in the past carrying out the same desires as everybody else." He's calling us to something different. He's calling us to a dynamic relationship with Him, which involves finding purpose. It involves changing at different seasons, cutting certain things off at times and adding things at other times. God is always calling us into new and better things, or even a better way of doing whatever we are doing. Sometimes, although not easy, we have to leave good things behind us for better things ahead. If you've invested time or money into something, it's difficult to let it go. Whether it's a person, a strategy, or a physical object, we can hold on for 20 years or so with the fear that we may need it someday. The Bible talks a lot about pruning. He is the vine and we are the branches. He is the source of what the vine does and we produce the fruit. God is always pruning. He even prunes the good fruit so that we can produce better and more. To be able to go through this process, we need a vision of what things can look like.
We share a dream that we will touch our nation. We have a goal to reach our generation. We share a vision that we will fulfill. We run a race and we will win.
If you can see things being better in the future, it's easier to go through the painful processes. Ask yourself, what can life look like in the years ahead? Will you be producing more? We don't just prune away, we prune towards something good. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Your relationships, your health, your career, or life in general. Then you have to ask yourself, what exists? What are you involved in right now that does not fit into that future? And if it doesn't end, will you ever see that vision come to pass? Identify what is stopping God's best for you. Ecclesiastes 3 says, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted, a time to break down and a time to build up." We have to tear down before we can build what's new. Sometimes we embrace, but sometimes we have to let go. Not hold on to things emotionally that have passed. Sometimes we have to get rid of what is good to make room for what is best. Cut off and cut loose.